For those of you who were not aware, there was a PPG webcam tourney yesterday, around 152 players for a case of OP1. It was a great event. It was 8-round Swiss, and then there was a top cut, which was best of 3. I ended up taking Kaido, and I got around 13th place in Swiss, and I got 16th after top cut. My rounds were Zoro, Law, Doflamingo, Kaido, Kid. A lot of Kid. I lost to Law due to a really close counter matchup at the end. He needed one counter and he had it. And I lost to Kid by Jose Salas, my teammate. He killed me with a Yamato. Took 2 lives. They went to the trash. Didn't get into my hand. It was a critical. I couldn't recover from that. And then I lost to Luffy in top cut. He just had too much steam game 3, and he beat me pretty fast. This is the list that I used. I'm not gonna lie, I just net decked this from a list that won an event recently. I think it was in Singapore. But anyways, it's pretty standard. The way I played the list is just counter and wait for your big ice to come out. It's 4 Black Marias, 4 Kurozumis, blockers, 1Ks. You got 4 Sasakis, 2Ks. 4 Utis, 2Ks again. X-Drakes, they're 2Ks, but these guys can be used to apply pressure when they have no cards in hand. I used this against a Doflamingo player when they only had 3 cards in hand to trash 2 cards out of their hand and then swing for game with my 3 bodies that I had on board. Babanuki, he's a really big beat stick. Also a 1K counter. Black Maria, she's pretty good at 2. I like her because you can -1 Dawn to make her a 6K blocker, make one of their 5K bodies irrelevant, and you know, stay alive for a bit, keep the blocker alive. You got the Queens, probably the best card you want to see all game. 1K counter. You never want to use her as a counter though. I never use them as a counter. I just like to draw cards, and I think you should also play that way too. This card's super important. 4 Kings. Guy's really good. Kills a 4K or less. The other King. I rarely use this guy, but he was cool. He was cool. I used him maybe like once or twice. People play around it too much. It's kind of hard to get value off of him. 3 Kaidos. I kind of wanted to see this guy more. I wish I had 4 now because this guy's just great. You always want to see him. 2 of the Dark Hole Kaidos. I maybe use them like once or twice. People play around that as well. 4 Blast Breaths, 2 Thunder Bagwas, 1 Bracket Bomber. This card, I rarely used the active effect. I used it maybe against Jose Salas to kill his Yamato, and it came in from my life at one point to give me an active Dawn, which really helped me with my tempo. So it's pretty cool at 1. I like it because you kind of need like your own jet pistol, which you don't have, and 4 Nigashimas. Zoro was not that hard as I would have expected it to be. They kind of do run out of steam. They have little bodies they could just destroy with keying. Law it wasn't too difficult, but you know, I think I might have played that matchup wrong. But yeah, I ended up losing. Doflamingo wasn't too bad. I just ignored their Mihawks and just went for their life, and they didn't have enough counters at the end, especially after I discarded their hand with X-Drake. Kids weren't that bad actually. Jose Salas was the only kid that I lost to. You kind of just destroy all their bodies that they try to bring out, and then you just apply pressure with the Kings. You're forced to either block them or counter with them. So you just bring out a bunch of bodies and you just apply pressure that way, and you eventually win. And Luffy, it was really hard because he saw maybe 3 Zoros in game 3, like right back to back, forced me to use all of my counters by just swinging 5K at my life, and then I didn't really have any hand size. I saw no queens. And yeah, I had no board to combat his board, his Zoros. I can only take out 1 Zoro at a time, and he had three on board, and coupled with the chopper, it was just really hard. So the deck, the way I played it was just use your counters to stay alive until you see your big guys. It was pretty straightforward, very easy. The reason I decided to play this deck was because I was tired of losing on Law, funnily enough, and I ended up playing Kaido because Kaido seems strong, and yeah, it is pretty strong. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.